What are your own priorities that you think have not been addressed in the best interest of the people of the Federal Capital Territory?
Some of my interests are not specific to the Senate, but they are specific to the person administering the honorable minister. But just like any state assembly, when a governor is not taking care of the rights and the needs of the people, the state assembly draws his attention to it and makes him do it. For one thing, Abuja, there's no water. And let me even take the last budget that was passed, the supplementary budget.
98.5 billion?
Yes.
Supplementary budget?
Yes, let's not even go into the big one. Let's just deal with that little one. In that budget of 98, only 18 billion has anything to do with the people. 20 billion for renovating 20 schools. Now, everything else, we're building a road to EFCC or another one to DSS and all those things. Please, with all due respect, those roads may need renovating. Maybe the road to the presidential wing all need work. I am saying that for an impoverished nation, for a territory where insecurity is so high. I live in Maitama. My God, just walking down the street was hacked. Just shows you the level of insecurity. We have so many issues and we don't have the funds to do them. So in the bid to prioritize, I think that the needs of the people, that is the majority of the people, healthcare, education, security, and water as basic as water, we do not have. So I'm not saying that those things, we can do them when we are more liquid, but we are not.
If you don't want, don't hang yourself in a transformer. Yes. If you're angry, well, hang yourself. If you have done well, we have done well. If you have not done well, we have not done well. He said there are no schools. He said there are no hospitals. You as a legislator, what have you done? How many bills have you sponsored for us to improve our education and our health sector? I challenge that legislator, if you are very, very popular, 2027, come and run under Abuja. We will friend you. You think that what happened last time will happen again? You think so? It will not happen again. If you are popular, come and run.
It was really a disheartening episode to watch today. When I saw Wike commissioning Mubushi, flagging out Mubushi car park. You know, even into his best century, where do people flag up car park? There's nowhere. It's the least of the elementary level of governance. And then in that same occasion, he was using that same occasion to bash a sitting senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And people were applauding him. He was derogatorily making statements that will reduce the personality of that person. Governance is not about insults. Wike is boasting that because he's doing tie roads that were already tied. Some of these roads that Wike has scraped in both in Matama, and there are no roads in Nyanya, there are no roads in Karo, there are no roads in Kerisi, there are no roads in Kuba, there are no roads in Gwagwalada. Even the roads, the ones he completed were what Bello has been doing. And alone on those ones, he collected about 1.2 trillion. 1.2 trillion. It's because there's no accountability in Nigeria. That's why most people don't know what is going on. And he also collected another 98 billion naira as supplementary budget for the FCT to a complete project that has been ongoing. And we were talking about Abu Karishi. Abu Karishi road has been there even before Jonathan, before Buhari, and the road was stopped. There's no construction is not going on as we speak. Then he's talking about a senator that was elected by the people and boasting how by 2027 the person will not come back again. As if Wike would be the one to vote for the people of FCT. Wike has forgotten that before him there was Ireti who performed excellently well and was never using any words against those who were elected to represent the FCT. He never used any derogatory language against them. And yet, with all that kind of performance, FCT people as a cosmopolitan city, a metropolitan center for the Federal Capital Republic, Federal Capital Territory, they took their votes by their hand. Look at the president that have come before him, before Tinubu. How many of them have won their polling unit in the presidency? We don't know history. He's not a student of history. If not, he will know. He was a local government chairman in Rivers State. He was a governor for 8 years. He was a minister from Rivers State. But yet, he lost Obiako, his own local government, and lost Rivers State before he panel beated the result. So what makes him think that by this one, he will win FCT? FCT, there are people that are intelligent voters. You think there are people who you can just come and intimidate? The way he's intimidating senators, I think I blame other senators and other House of Rep members who are not coming together, especially the opposition and the opposition from the Labour Party. They must speak in one voice. They must make a press conference and speak to Wike that Wike does not control this country. And the resources he's spending are public resources. He cannot stand on that stage, that podium, and use the same language to insult the vote that has been cast in the FCC for a senator, for a House of Rep, or for anybody. It is not acceptable in a democracy. And those who are applauding him because he's flagging up a motor park, he should go to the internet and show me where in South Africa or in Egypt where ministers are going to flag off bus stop. He should show me. These are not the ways to define that governance is working. So Wike should know that the people of the city will determine who will represent them, and it will not be through his panabeating of results or like what he did in the 2023 election. Let him just watch out. He cannot continue to speak to people without thinking that there's consequences for those actions. And President Tinubu should know that Wike presents more danger to
on his foot there.
We, the politicians, have turned the country into a gigantic criminal enterprise, and it must be dismantled for it to guarantee future. Corruption kills three things that makes a society. It kills entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks in a corrupt country, so you don't want to create. And entrepreneurship is what changes society, because people are thinking, creating wealth. It kills professionalism. Tell me how people will be working hard doing research to be university professors when they're seeing people who have not been anything, who are not supposed, who are supposed to look up to them any moment. You see me complain. How do you tell anybody that you buy a car of 160 million naira for a legislator and you pay a professor 400,000 a month? So if the professor decides not to eat, not to do anything, but to save his money, annually he will save maximum 4.8 million naira, call it 5 million. So if he saves his money for 30 years without eating, without doing anything, he will not be able to buy the car he bought for himself. It is unacceptable. You must dismantle this to make the society.